everybody, Tandy here with Living Acts 29. Welcome back. We're continuing today with our year in the Word, and we're in Matthew chapter 22. Let's begin. And Jesus answered and spoke to them again by parables and said, "The kingdom of heaven is like a certain king who arranged a marriage for his son and sent out his servants to call those who were invited to the wedding. And they were not willing to come. Again he sent out other servants, saying, 'Tell those who are invited, see, I have prepared a dinner, my oxen and a fattened cattle are killed, and all things are ready. Come to the wedding.' But they made light of it and went on their ways, one to his own farm, another to his business. And the rest seized his servants, treated them spitefully, and killed them. But when the king heard about it, he was furious, and he sent out his armies, destroyed those murderers, and burned up their city. Then he said to his servants, 'The wedding is ready, but those who were invited were not worthy. Therefore, go to the highways, and as many as you can find, invite them to the wedding.' So those servants went out into the highways and gathered all together whom they found, both bad and good. And the wedding hall was filled with guests. But when the king came in to see his guest, he saw a man there who did not have on a wedding garment. And he said to them, 'Friend, how did you come in here without a wedding garment?' And he was speechless. Then the king said to his servants, 'Bind him hand and foot, take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth there. For many are called, but few are chosen.' Then the Pharisees went and plotted how they might entangle him in his talk. And they sent him their disciples with the Herodians, saying, 'Teacher, we know that you are true and teach the way of God in truth, nor you care about anyone, for you do not regard the person of man. Tell us, therefore, what do you think? Is it lawful to pay taxes to Caesar or not?' But Jesus perceived their wickedness and said, 'Why do you test me, you hypocrites? Show me the tax money.' So they brought him a denarius. And he said to them, 'Whose image and inscription is this?' And they said, 'Caesar's.' And he said to them, 'Render therefore to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's.' And when they heard these words, they marveled and left him and went their way. That same day, the Sadducees, who say there is no resurrection, came to him and asked, saying, 'Teacher, Moses said that if a man dies, having no children, his brother shall marry his wife, and raise up offspring for his brother. Now, there were with us 7 brothers. The first died, and he had married, and had no offspring, left his wife to his brother. Likewise the second, and also the third, even to the 7th. Last of all, the woman also died. Therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife of the 7 will she be? For they all had her.' Jesus answered and said to them, 'You are mistaken, not knowing the Scriptures nor the power of God. For the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are like angels of God in heaven. But concerning the resurrection of the dead, have you not read what is spoken to you by God, saying, I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and the God of Jacob? God is not the God of the dead, but of the living.' And when the multitudes heard this, they were astonished at his teachings. But when the Pharisees heard that he had silenced the Sadducees, they gathered together. Then one of them, a lawyer, asked him a question, testing him and saying, 'Teacher, which is the great commandment in the law?' And Jesus said to him, 'You shall love the Lord your God with all of your heart, your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these 2 commandments hang all the law and the prophets.' And while the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus asked them, saying, 'What do you think about the Christ? Whose son is he?' And they said to him, 'The son of David.' And he said to them, 'How then does David in the Spirit call him Lord, saying, The Lord is my Lord, sit at my right hand, till I make your enemies your footstool? If David then calls him Lord, how is he his son?' And no one was able to answer him a word, nor from that day on did anyone dare to question him any more." Thank you guys so much for joining us every day, Monday through Friday, in our Year in the Word. If you are in need of a Bible, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at info@ livingacts29.com. We would be more than happy to get you a Bible in your hands. Also, if you are needing prayer or if you have questions, please reach out to us at prayer@livingacts29.com. You can also reach me, Tandy, at livingacts29.com. Can't wait to continue our Year in the Word 2021 with you.